Hi, and welcome back to Luminosity Yoga. And today is the day just after the new moon in Aquarius. And I would like to continue my series on the lunar cycle and how you can embody the current energies, how you can get a better felt understanding of them, and how you can balance those energies or work with them in a way that benefits you in your everyday life and through yoga, through a short, brief yoga practice. I will start off by talking a little about the current energies, the meaning, or the signification of the sign of Aquarius. And then this will be followed by a short yoga practice. So, a very warm welcome. And if you enjoy my free resources, I'd love to encourage you to subscribe, to leave some comments, to leave your feedback, and possibly also to leave a donation, my PayPal account. And all these links for that you can find in the show notes. So let's start off. So my name is Anja, and I'm here in Berlin. And the new moon in Aquarius was yesterday on the 21st of January 2023, 9:15 p.m. and it was at 1 degree of Aquarius. And so the first things that come to mind, Aquarius is a fixed air sign. A lot of people think it's connected to water, and it is, but more in a symbolic way. It is definitely an air sign. And with all the fixed signs, so these are the signs that are in the middle of the season, the ones that hold the season, they also have a little bit of a reputation of finding it difficult to change. And with Aquarius, that's a little bit of an oxymoron, because at the same time, Aquarius is ruled by two planets. In ancient astrology, it's ruled by the planet Saturn, which is about structures, limitations, and the kind of responsibility to mature in a way that helps us grow in life, the go-to place when we struggle, what helps us ground ourselves. So that might be more that fixed quality possibly. And then it's also in modern astrology, the ruler is Uranus. And that planet is associated with sudden, abrupt changes, with the unpredictable, futuristic, with technology. So there are two kind of very different opposing qualities that come together in the sign, which I also experience in kind of individuals who have a lot of energy that relates in that sign of Aquarius. So in tarot, there's also a relation to this sign, and in the major arcana, the star card represents the sign of Aquarius, and I will say that card. It's a very, very beautiful card. And if you're into numerology, this is the number 17. And if you have a look at the image, it's the water bearer. And it's a woman in this case pouring out, or at least like female female body. On this photo, Aquarius can be very much about an androgynous person that is not so defined in their gender or sexuality, or open, very open there. So yeah, if you have a look at that image and maybe draw your own conclusions, what associations you have, it's certainly about hope. It's a wish card, so it's a good time to make changes, and to wish for something new to be born as the light starts to slowly come back after that very dark period we have had and still have in the northern hemisphere, of course. And for me, it's also about what waters are we bringing, what are our waters of life that we wish to bring into the world, and possibly also what do we need to release so we can do that. In medical astrology, Aquarius is related to the brain and co-rules different parts of the brain with other planets. For example, the left brain with Mercury and right brain with Jupiter, and then the cortex with Saturn, and so on and so forth. So you can really think of lightning with Uranus and Aquarius, with those two, with the planet and with that archetype. I think it's very much about the electrical energy in our body and also in our brain, and of course the mental capacity, or let's say the mental state, the mental condition we're in, really having a strong impact on how we are. And so this is where the idea of Saturn comes in as a very hopeful or like grounding one. So it's about nurturing long-term outcomes and seed what we truly wish maybe to contribute, and to really bring love and devotion to every step of the way, making a commitment to the long term. I'm very much influenced by the teachings on Astrology Hub, and at the moment Michelle Dench is the monthly guide there, and she has given a very beautiful presentation on the sign and encourage people to really connect to the idea of prayer and committing to a personal practice to be able to change crusty, what I call crusty remnants in our minds, or thought patterns that hold us back. And while this sign might really make you quite ungrounded, or a lot of energy in that sign can make you very ungrounded and quite difficult to decelerate the thought process, to calm it down, I feel that a daily practice or a regular practice of meditation and breathwork and yoga can really support you in finding balance in those times. Another fact, there's also a Saturn-Venus conjunction in the sign of Aquarius. So that's also very rare, only comes around every 30 years or so. So that's a special energy where, like I say, the Venus, the things that we love, that we attract and we wish to have in our lives, that give us, that are about our values, and that here's that connection with Saturn, with that long-term commitment, and they come together at this point. So yeah, you can think, what seeds do you want to seed in this moon cycle, or what energies do you want to move in the cycle? So even though I'm giving you an overview of the start of a month, these energies will be present throughout this moon cycle, and we'll send you on a journey in a sense that you can track if you're interested in that. And medical astrology, it's also related to the calf. Yeah? So you might feel tension in the calves, or circulation might get somehow a little stuck. So it's really good to stretch and move them, especially if you cycle a lot. Maybe give yourself a little massage there. All right, okay. So I think I've said enough now. Let's start with the yoga practice, and let me adjust my screen so you can do that. So you can see me on the yoga mat. Just find a comfortable seat. It might be good for you if you sit a little bit raised, so you don't have to hold any tension in the body. When the kind of groins can release the weight of the legs, can be very helpful to sit a little higher. And then just place your palms on your legs, palms facing down. So you can immediately get in touch with your body and with that felt sense reality. And then we start off by just checking in, taking stock of our current state of awareness, or bringing awareness to what to how we feel. Let's start off by asking ourselves the question: what are you bringing to this moment? What are we bringing to this moment? Is there any tension, stress in the body? How does the body feel? Is there ease or openness in other parts of the body? Just noticing. And how do you feel? What's your mood, or what's your emotional state at this point? Just tuning in. And then bringing some awareness to your mind. So, what's going on there? Is it hard to focus? Or is it clear? Is your mind clear? Or diffused? Confused? Are you spacing out? And this potential, let's say, difficulty or challenge of Aquarius to stay grounded and a tendency to space out. It can be, let's be very gentle, try to balance that in a gentle way by working very consciously with our breath. We just start by in and exhaling through the nose and just sensing the breath in the lower part of the lungs, in our diaphragm, and then anchoring it underneath the belly button at the end of the exhale. And imagine growing roots down into the earth from your sitting bones, tailbone, or your perineum. Inhaling the energy of the earth and then releasing on the exhale. And just taking a few deep in and exhale. In the same way, and keeping that breath in the lower part of your lungs and the diaphragm, and then releasing the exhale down, anchoring yourself as you draw the belly and pelvic floor in and up at the end of the exhale, and then releasing that on the inhale. And then we bring the hands to our hearts. Bow your head to your heart and set an intention. And I suggest that commitment to the practice, your own practice can be any kind of meditation, yoga, writing, creative practice, maybe just an awareness practice, even noticing how you think and how that impacts you, how you act in the world, making a commitment to be open to changing that over the next moon cycle, or a lot of people prefer the idea of 40 days. I suggest we just go with the current moon cycle and you decide yourself how you expand, or if you want to expand that. So take a deep exhale, we just sound one on. Bow your head to your heart. And I want to acknowledge Rod Stryker, who has also inspired this practice. Rub your hands together. Place them over your eyes, cup your eyes with your palms. Take a few deep in and exhales, releasing stress and tension from your eyes into your hands. And then bring your hands down and rub your feet together. And stretch the legs out and sit sideways. And just bring your legs a little bit apart. And let's just tap the ins and outsides of our shins. Keep breathing as you do this, and then just bring one leg up so it's easier to do it. Not the shins, sorry, the calf. Just bringing some energy. Tapping gently, you don't want to hurt yourself, so just bring some energy here without hurting yourself. You can massage it a little bit with your thumbs. And with the fingers, you can press on the sides of the shins. Yeah, bringing some energy to the acupuncture points around there, or the meridian points rather. And especially the calves, the sort of back, that's where the kidney, where the bladder meridian goes. Kidney meridian is more on the inside of the leg. And that to help us release fear and emotional stress and tension that might have accumulated in the back of the body. We do it with the other leg, again, just kind of giving your calf some attention. Just some love, always with a loving attitude, appreciating your body. Again, just giving a short massage to your calves. Again, you can press the fingers alongside the shin, and at the same time with the thumbs you can massage the calves. Great. And then we're going to come on all fours. If you need something to place underneath your knees, please go ahead and do that to protect possibly stress in the knees. We're going to do very simple. So we are going to breathe in, coming into slight arch. So bring the shoulders back, lift the heart, not so much the chin on the inhale. And on the exhale, we bend the elbows Bring the chin towards the chest, the forehead on the ground, and the seat to the heels. And we will continue, and we will inhale on the count of 4, straightening the arms as we come up, bringing the heart forward. And then we exhale on the count of 4 to start with. And we will elongate the exhale, bringing the chin to the chest, the forehead on the ground, the seat to the heels. If you can't do it, just place something between your legs, a blanket. Inhale, coming up on the count of 4. And then exhaling on the count of 5. And anchor the exhale in just behind or in the back of your belly button. So in the lower abdomen, inhaling, coming up on the count of 4. Exhaling on the count of 6. At the end of the exhale, very gently pull the belly against the spine. And 4 and 7. And you count yourself, whatever is your 4 and 7. It's more about elongating your exhale. And if you can't do it exactly, don't worry about it. Just go with what works. Just a slight extension of your exhale. 4 and 8 can already help. Inhale on the count of 4, exhale on the count of 8. And we will extend that. So inhale on the count of 4. And then exhale, tuck your toes under. And we go into downward facing dog. On the count of 5. And we inhale again on the count of 4. And then we exhale on the count of 6. Repeating the movement that we started with. And we inhale, come up on the count of 4. Exhale on the count of 7 into downward facing dog. Inhale on the count of 4, coming on all 4s again. Knees down. Exhale on the count of 8, or however long. I mean, if that's too long, you just do what you can. Very good. Inhale, come up. Count of 4. Exhale on the count of 6. Let's take a moment to walk on the spot and let your breath go easy. Through the nose, that's the main thing if you can, and exhale through the nose. And maybe here you also want to open the mouth, open the jaw, and make a sigh or a sound. And then walk your hands back. And just come into a forward fold with your knees bent. Take a moment here. Feeling your feet and opening the toes. So just shift your weight onto the middle or front of your legs. Shake up your arms. Pucker your lips. And then very slowly roll up. And we're just going to do a few more rounds with a breath. So we're going to bring the feet together and going to bring the arms up as we come up. I'm going to turn to the side so it's easier. Bring the feet together or place them hip width distance, whatever works better for you. And see if you can keep a drishti. So that means a point that you can focus on, like a relaxed open focus, not like squeezing your eyes or over focusing. Just at the height of your eyes, at your eye level. So we inhale on a count of 4, coming up on the toes, bringing the arms up. If it's challenging, do your best. And then don't worry too much about it. Exhale on the count of 4. Inhale on the count of 4. Exhale on the count of 6. Anchoring the end of the exhale behind your navel, pulling the navel and pelvic floor in and out. Inhale 4, exhale 7. And 4 and 8. And then just take a moment, bend your knees, and just feel the earth underneath you. So keep your eyes open, just keep a very gentle focus. Feel your breath and feel the feet underneath you. So you feel that energy moving down through your legs into the earth. You feel a lot of tension. See if you can uncramp your feet, uncramp your calves, your thighs, and then bring your arms up. And then as we exhale, we bring the arms down the back of the legs. So just park them here. And then as you go down, really feeling, again, just that feeling sense is very important. Just staying connected to the felt sense, the feeling sense. And as we inhale, see if you can bend the knees and see if you can straighten the back. Slowly bring your arms up over the sides in front of you, not behind you, just slightly in front of you. And then again, exhaling down. It's too fast. You take an extra in and exhale before you come back up. And inhale. And again, you want to have your exhale a little longer. If it helps you, you can count, but I'm not giving you a specific count here. So just see that you focus your mind on the breath, feeling the breath in the lower part of the lungs and your diaphragm as you come up, inhaling. It's very calming if you keep that breath here and then exhaling. Two more. And then as you exhale, at the end of your exhale, hold out the breath for 1, but only if it doesn't stress you. If it's somehow stressful, just don't do it. Inhale, come up. Hold your breath for 1 at the end of the inhale. And you focus your mind in your diaphragm. And then exhaling, going down. Holding for 1 at the end of the exhale. It's time. Inhaling. Holding for 1 at the end of the inhale. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. And again, just take a moment just to feel releasing any tension in the legs, knees, feet, feeling the connection into the earth. And if it helps you, really imagine roots growing from the soles of the feet, from your tailbone, maybe also from your perineum, and open, receive the energy of the earth on the inhale. And exhale, release. Very good. Inhale, bring your arms up. And then exhale, hands in front of the heart. Bring your feet together. Gonna try a little balance. And again, don't take it seriously, take it with a sense of playfulness. So if you fall, if it's too wobbly, just take your hands to help you come down. Otherwise, see if you can keep your shoulders in line with your hips, coming down. And then slowly sitting back. And then we're just gonna come down on our backs. So the other thing that can be very helpful if you're very ungrounded, to also connect to our core. So just interlace your fingers behind your head, feet hip width distance. Keep the feet well connected to the ground. Again, open the tension, the soles of the feet, open them. Feel the connection. Inhaling here on the count of 6. On the count of 4, sorry. Exhaling up on the count of 6. Inhaling down on the count of 4. Exhaling up on the count of 6. Inhaling down on the count of 4. Exhaling up on the count of 6. And see that you really engage your core, not your arms. Inhaling down 4 and up 6. 3 more times. And then see if you can hold the breath at the end of the inhale for 1. And at the end of the exhale for 2. And only do it if you're not straining. If it's causing you stress, just don't do it. Just do the normal as we have done before. And when you anchor your breath, make sure you anchor your mind so you can anchor it in your lower abdomen or in your diaphragm. And then just release and come down. Bring your arms by your sides and just knees into the chest with our arms. Inhale on a count of 4. And then exhale, bring the arms back behind you and the legs a right angle, 90-degree angle above you, just vertically above you. Feet can be hip width distance. Inhale on a count of 4, bring your arms down, knees to the chest. Exhale on a count of 5. Inhale the arms down. Exhale up on the count of 6. Pull the navel against the spine at the end of the exhale. If it's challenging, 4 and 7. If it's challenging to straighten the legs, then just keep them slightly bent and see if you can just keep the pelvis, the lower back on the ground. That's more important for an 8. And then just stay like that. And we just keep breathing. Inhale 4, exhale 8. 2 more times if you can. And bend the elbows. And then hug the knees into your chest. Take a few deep and then exhale. Breathing into the back of the body, really releasing stress, tension, energies of others. As you exhale. And roll onto your side with your knees and arms bent. And then come up over the side, back into a comfortable seated posture. Take a cushion or a blanket to sit on. And we're going to finish with a little round of pranayama, breathing exercises. As we have done, but now just sitting. We're going to inhale on a count of 6. Pause at the end of the inhale on a count of 3. Exhale on a count of 6. And again, pause on the count of 3. And as I have said before, if for any reason it stresses you to hold the breath retention stresses you, don't do it. Also, if you have any issues with blood pressure on your period or any other particular things that might bring you into that space, just continue with a normal in and exhale, just focusing, keeping the breath and the mind aligned, anchoring your mind here in your lower abdomen behind the name. So we start by inhaling. Your palms down again, just to increase that sense of grounding. Feel the sitting bones root down into the earth. Then inhale on a count of 6. Hold 3. Exhale on a count of 6. Hold 3 at the end of exhale. Can also make the holding just 1 and continue in that way. One last time. I'm going to lie down in Shavasana for a brief Shavasana. If you have more time, I encourage you to set an alarm, switch off the video, lie down a little longer. Otherwise, we're just going to ground the whole body for a moment. And just release the breath. And sense the back of the body from your heels to the back of the head. Nice point in the back of the head as one piece, as one part, as one whole unit. And let it melt into the ground. And then just let your consciousness rest, coming back from 10 to 1, and with every exhale, let go a little bit more. Just enjoying the support of the earth. Releasing any efforts of breath. Letting the breath come and go as it likes. And really feeling the support of the earth. It's always available. And then place your feet onto the mat in front of you if you need to come back. Roll onto your side. And slowly come up into a seated posture with your eyes closed. Placing your palms face down on your thighs. You can also sit on a chair, in a bolster. And just return to that, taking stock of where you're at, as we did at the beginning. And just noticing if there are any changes in the body, just noticing how the body is right now. Checking in with your mood. And with your mental state. And then bring the hands into prayer position. And bow your head to your heart. Think of something you're thankful for today. And then let's seal the practice with one almond, that commitment to your own practice of staying aware of your thought patterns, and that commitment to opening up to a change in what holds you back, and those thought patterns that are hindering your growth. Take a deep exhale and inhale. Bow your head to your heart. And we dedicate the merits of our practice to all beings without one exception. Namaste. Thank you for joining. I'm wishing you a wonderful Aquarius moon cycle. And I look forward to seeing you soon on my channel, or connect with me, book a session, or come to one of my classes. I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you for joining. Namaste.